Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my match here on WWE 2K25. This one is some more tag team action. We've got the New Age Outlaws representing WWF. We've got Totally Buffed, the team of Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell for WCW, and the team of Lance Storm and Just Incredible, the Impact Players, representing ECW. I think this is one of the strongest tag team matches we've done so far this week. We've had some really good ones, but I think, saying that, no, they've all been pretty good, haven't they?
Oh,
We've had the Nation of Domination versus Harlem Heat versus the Gangsters.
Your ass better call
Your ass better tell somebody. Okay, we got the music turned off, but his voice is still on. There we go. You got the APA, the Brain Busters, the Eliminators. That was a really strong match as well. The Headbangers, Berlin, the Wall, and the Cannon Express probably wasn't the strongest. The Islanders versus the Freebirds versus the Pitbulls is pretty good. I think this is a real strong one. This is one that really could go either way for these three teams. And of course, this is DLC, recently released, the first time we've had a chance to use it. And again, we've got to take advantage now. Now they're on the game, we've got to use them as much as we can.
It's me. It's that
It's me, the D-O-double-D. Okay, let's skip on before I embarrass myself anymore. Okay, so that is the New Age Outlaws for WWF. Next up then for WCW, the team of Totally Buffed. A bit of an interesting one. I wanted to get some use out of Buff Bagwell. PJ Tovey suggested that this would be a good option. This was a team done very late on in WCW. I think sort of like 2000 time. It probably is a way just to squeeze two guys on. But it's a good use. Are they on our tag ranks that we've used them before? The answer is no. We've used Vicious and... No, we haven't actually. No, we've got Vicious and Delicious on the ranking system, which was Scott Norton and Buff Bagwell. But this is the debut of the team of Totally Buffed. Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell. There we go. Ali Buffed. There you go. They're new onto our ranking system then for the tag teams. And then, of course, we have got the Impact Players. So let's have a quick look, actually. New Age Outlaws. They currently sit on -1. They've only ever had one match before in our Universe mode, back in 2021. So I'm assuming as part of our original Tag Team Championship tournament. And I'm assuming they were knocked out in the first round as well. So be good to get some use out of them now they're on the game. We've got the Impact Players, Just Incredible, Lance Storm. Again, only ever one match in the past. That was back in 2021, which they lost. So again, I'm assuming they got knocked out in the first round. Okay. And of course, Totally Buff, never been used in the past before. Looking at the singles rankings then for a few of these. So Lance Storm, one of Canada's finest. 10 matches in the past, +4 overall. Just Incredible, 6 matches in the past, -1 overall. Lex Luger, 12 matches, +1. Buff Bagwell, 4 matches, +2. So, I mean, everyone's sort of mixed them around the middle. No one's outstanding. Of course, Lex Luger, remember, I'm going to double check myself before I say this, but, yeah, Lex Luger, 2-time former United States champion in our Universe mode. And he'll love to get himself back in that title picture at some point, I would imagine. But Billy Gunn, they're just picking Luger up, dropping him with a high-angle backdrop. Really painful. And look at Billy Gunn now, working over the arm. And I'm thinking next week, we do a YouTube Tag Team Championship match. But I'm thinking maybe we do a 4-way. Of course, we know the Tag Team Champions are Randy Orton and Edge at the moment. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put out a public vote for you guys to... I might put out 3 separate public votes. One for ECW, one for WWF, and one for WCW. And you guys can pick who you want to be in that match. That might be a good way of doing it, actually. I don't know. I was thinking doing the same for the men's title as well, potentially. The problem is, I've already got 3 triple threat matches on next week's pay-per-view. That's going to be like an hour already. If we add a fatal 4-way elimination tag team match, that's going to be an extra 20-odd minutes. We could still do it though, couldn't we? I might have a look. I don't know who you'd put on the singles one though, because there's that many interesting people. Maybe I've got to use a bit of a... Maybe I'll look at the videos that have got the most views over the next couple of weeks and see the most popular. Because I mean, looking at, well, so far this week, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, and Brian Pillman have the most. No, they don't actually. No, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes has the most views. Stone Cold, Bret, Pillman has the second most. Kane, the Giant 911 has good views as well. But of course, some of those matches are a bit older, so they've got more time to bed in. We'll figure it out. So of course, the rules of this one are simple. Everyone's legal. Weapons are not only allowed but encouraged. No disqualifications, no countouts. Pinfalls and submissions count anywhere. The winning team will be the team or the person who is the last person standing. And the reason I say that is because you could be eliminated first, but still go on to win the match if your tag team partner can go the distance. Billy Gunn there taking down Lance Storm. Referee's struggling to get around, isn't he, really? But and of course, when it comes to ranking points, the two winners will gain 1 point each in the singles rankings. But as a tag team, they'll gain 3 points. 1 point for the victory and 2 bonus points for defeating multiple teams at once. So it's a great opportunity for this team, especially when you've got teams like New Age Outlaws, Impact players, only ever wrestled once a piece as a tag team. Then you've got the New Age, and then you've got Totally Buffed, sorry, they've never wrestled at all. So, I mean, you've got Totally Buffed on 0, New Age Outlaws, Impact players on -1. So whoever wins this is either going to be up to minus... a bit better. I can't freaking talk now. If either the Impact players or the New Age Outlaws win this, they'll move up to a +2. If Totally Buffed wins it, they'll move up to a +3. And that's actually a pretty decent position in our tag rankings. I mean, a +2 puts you straight up into the top 50. A +3 puts you straight up into the top 25. So it's a big opportunity for 3 teams that never really had much exposure in our universe mode. It's a massive opportunity to sort of give yourself the chance to get in the top end of the ranking system and ask some questions of us in the future for title matches and so forth. There's the Fame House by Billy Gunn, but Just Incredible was there to break up the pin and save his tag team partner. I remember we've got one more match left after this one before we hit our pay-per-view. That one is the Great Sasuke, Kendo Nagasaki and Atsushi Onita. Be a very interesting one, that. Also next week, just talking of Asian wrestling, we do have 2 more Asian triple threats. We've got Taka Michinoku versus Ultimo Dragon versus Tajiri. And we've got Hakushi versus the Great Muta versus Hayabusa. The 2 winners of those matches will move on to join the Giant Baba next weekend at the pay-per-view to fight for the All-Asian Championship. Only a 1 count. Lex Luger now with the power slam. And look at that clothesline by Luger, absolutely flattening Lance Storm. I think Just Incredible just went for a low blow then, but he must be cross-eyed because he completely missed. Bulldog went for the Road Dogg went for the drop kick. Luger saw it coming, avoided it. And we've seen these matches already so far, and to be honest, the team who loses people first generally doesn't do very well. The numbers advantage in these matches are absolutely massive. Look at Just Incredible just throwing the stop sign straight at the Road Dogg. Just Incredible now taking him up. Yeah, I want to do... We need to do like an ECW, a WCW, a classic Attitude Era WWF. I mean, there's so many different ideas we could possibly do here, isn't there? I was thinking of maybe doing one in November. You could do like November to Remember was the ECW pay-per-view, wasn't it? I think it was, yeah. November to Remember. I mean, we've got a couple of dates in November we could use. I mean, K-Radiation is a fantastic core maker who's basically created the majority of the ECW roster. So we could have a pretty fun little week. And there's the first elimination. Road Dogg has eliminated Just Incredible. So Lance Storm is now on his own in this one. And Lance Storm here rolling up the Road Dogg into the Boston Crab. Road Dogg, though, able to fight free. Strike into the face. And there is the pile driver by Buff Bagwell on the Road Dogg. And it's only a 2 count as Lex now looking to take up Lance Storm. But Lance fighting back with the elbow into the face. Buff now taking Road Dogg up into a pile driver on the outside. Brutal. There's the pin. And there's the elimination. Okay. So it's now in the hands of Totally Buffed here. Because we've only got one member of the New Age Outlaws left. We've got one member of the Impact players left, but both members of Totally Buffed. What needs to happen now then, really, if you want to think logically, is that Lance Storm and Lex Luger need to work together. They need to eliminate one member of Totally Buffed to turn this back into a standard triple threat match. I think that would be the best thing they can do at this point. There's the pin now by Lex. Buff Bagwell able to kick out. Lex now looking to stamp on the hand of Billy Gunn. Buff now big stiff knee strike into the face. Nice trip there by Lance Storm. He's going to fold over Lex into that single leg Boston Crab. But Buff Bagwell, that's what I said, the numbers advantage that Totally Buffed have at this point in time is absolutely massive. Billy Gunn now has the ring steps, bringing it around and straight into Buff Bagwell, and then straight looking for Lex. Lex saw it coming, moved out the way. Lance Storm now looking for the super kick. Lex caught the boot. There's the takedown, the pin now for the... No, not even a 1 count. Lex now going to take... I tell you, if Lex or Buff can get another elimination, the match is done. And this could be the situation. Lex with a pile driver on Lance Storm. No, still only a 2 count. And look at the cheeky roll up here by Billy Gunn, but Lex was there straight away to break it up. It's the numbers advantage. You saw Billy Gunn there just hit a high impact maneuver there on Lex, but Buff was there to take him down straight away. Right then, we are back. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a glitcheroo there, but we're still in the same position. We've only lost a couple of seconds. And again, as I said, it's the same situation. I tell you what, if Billy Gunn can do this, Billy Gunn there with the Famehouser, if Lance Storm can keep control of Buff Bagwell. Oh, no. Not Buff Bagwell, Lex Luger in it, but there you go. Famehouser once again, Billy Gunn. Oh, but the problem is that he's going to pin him again. Look, Buff's going to get there now. So Billy Gunn trying his hardest, managed to hit a Famehouser on both members of Totally Buffed, but Lance Storm was just not able to help him out, not able to help block things off. Lance Storm now taking down Lex Luger, and Lance now with a single leg Boston Crab. And I think Bagwell was trying... I think Bagwell did. Billy Gunn caught Bagwell, but I think Bagwell then was drop-kicked into the submission, which broke it up. And at this point, it's just... It seems so likely that Totally Buffed are going to get the victory because they just have that man advantage there once again. Buff Bagwell able to save his tag team partner. Lance Storm with a strike in the gut, and now Storm going to take Buff Bagwell up into a pile driver. Wow, big pile driver. And Billy Gunn, stupidly there, just hit Lance Storm. If he was smart, he would have taken down Lex Luger and allowed Lance Storm to pin Bagwell. But the uppercut there by Lance Storm on Lex Luger. But Bagwell's there now with the strikes, taking down Lance Storm into the nutbuster. And Billy Gunn just throws the stop sign and completely stops the maneuver. There's that front slam by Bagwell on Lance Storm. Bagwell sending Billy Gunn now crashing to the ground. And totally buffed. I mean, they've got to win this from here, surely. If they don't, it's going to be a bit of a disaster for them. Look at Lex Luger, the boot right in the gut of Lance Storm. Brings him up to a kneeling base as a big double axe handle. And yeah, Lex will want to definitely get himself back involved in the SWE United States Championship picture. Bagwell now brings Billy Gunn back up to his feet. Hooks a leg, looking for the fisherman's. Billy Gunn able to roll him up. If Billy Gunn can steal this, but Luger saw it, and look how quick Luger gets around the ring, my word. That guy is agile, and Buff tried to do it. It was only a 1-2 count. No, it's going back and forth between these two. Lex looked like he had something lined up there against Storm, but Storm saw it come in. There's a Russian leg sweep now by Buff on the outside. We've never seen anybody in this game go through the announce table, you know. Never. Look at Lex just launching Storm. Buff now looking to work over the back of the knees of Billy Gunn. Could be a smart maneuver. Damage in the knees means it's very difficult for him to potentially go on and hit a Fame-Asa. There's a running knee strike right in the side of the head, though. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2. No, only a 1 count. I mean, Lex is locked in the submission on the outside by Lance Storm, but Lance breaks it after he saw the pin was broken. And now Lance turning Lex over into the sharpshooter. If Lex taps, Lex is tapped. Okay, this makes things interesting. Now we're down to a freeway. One member of each team survives, and all of a sudden the numbers game is completely gone. This could now go either way once again. Billy Gunn now taking up Lance Storm on the shoulders, locking in the submission. Buff Bagwell breaking it up. Remember, the winning team in this one will get 3 ranking points as a tag team. A ranking point each in the singles rankings as well, which I think is very important to, especially Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger, I think. And as well, I suppose, Lance Storm and Just Incredible. I mean, the New Age Outlaws are more singles competitors, to be honest. More tag team competitors, to be honest, but they wouldn't say no to a singles ranking point, I'm sure. Cheeky roll up here by Lance Storm on Billy Gunn. Oh, that looks painful for the ref. Slapping his hand down on the baseball bat barbed wire. Crucifix bomb there by Lance Storm. And Billy Gunn, though, with the Fame-Asa on the outside. There's the pin. For the 1, for the 2, and for the... No, it's only a 2. How's Lance Storm kicked out of that? Look at Buff Bagwell just slamming the stop sign into the spine of Mr. Ass Billy Gunn. I'm an ass man. He's going for it again. Is that onto the stop sign as well? It was. The Fame-Asa onto the stop sign. There's the pin. And totally Buff to throw this away. No, they haven't. Okay. So Billy Gunn's hit his finishing maneuver several times this match on several different people, and he's not going to pin any of them. Maybe he needs to look back at the drawing board to see if that move is actually effective. This is a real mess now. I mean, any one of these 3 guys could win this one. Lance Storm with the elbows into the head of Billy Gunn. Breaks free, and then look at Buff Bagwell with the trash can lid. Lance Storm fighting back with the elbow in the face of Buff, and Billy Gunn, gets a trash can lid right in the back of the head. Lance Storm looking for the knee drop. Billy Gunn able to avoid it. So am I right in saying that Billy Gunn is the only man, and maybe not actually. As I was saying, is Billy Gunn the only man contracted to AEW that's on the WWE game? I do think, I'm not 100% sure, but is DDP under some sort of loose contract of AEW? I don't think he is, actually. We've seen him backstage a lot. So maybe not. So yeah, maybe Billy Gunn is the only guy ever in history to be contracted to AEW and be on the WWE game at the same time. Buff now in with the DDT. Put the boot right in the face there by Billy Gunn on Buff Bagwell. Billy rolling to the outside now, going to go after Lance Storm. He's got the trash can lid once again. Slams it right down into the knees of Lance Storm. There's a boot right in the face as well. Lance kicking him away. Buff now dragging Lance Storm across up against the announce table. Lance fighting back. Billy Gunn is there. Buff spins him round in with the clothesline. And Lance Storm diving to the outside. I think he just about got them. It wasn't as clean as he was hoping, I don't think. And look at Lance Storm now rolling over Billy Gunn into that single leg Boston Crab, but the strikes in the back of the head by Buff Bagwell have sort of broken it up. Buff now, big double axe handle taking down Lance Storm. Buff Bagwell now with the elbows into the gut of Lance. Billy Gunn sending Buff crashing into Lance Storm. Look at Buff now with the strikes and a big stiff one in the gut as well. Lance Storm, there's the drop kick and Buff Bagwell flopped. Wow. Buff, I've never seen anyone flop like that from a drop kick, to be honest. There's the neck breaker there by Billy Gunn on Lance Storm. There's the pin. Oh, he's gone. Right, Lance Storm has gone. The Impact players have been eliminated from this match. And then there were two. It's Billy Gunn versus Buff Bagwell. So the Impact players as a tag team, we know now, are going to be moving down to -2 after 2 matches. Not great for them at all. There's the clothesline by Buff Bagwell, taking down Billy Gunn. Massive pinfall, this next one then. Can really make or break one of these two tag teams. Oh, are we finally going to see someone go through the announce table? We've done hundreds of matches on this game. Nobody's ever gone through the announce table, and it's not going to happen, is it? Oh, it is! It's finally happened! Someone's gone through the announce table. This has got to be the pin. For the 1, for the 2, and for the 3, and Buff Bagwell. The first ever time we've seen someone go through the announce table on WWE 2K25. And it is a victory for Totally Buff. The Impact players, of course, moved down to a -2. The New Age Outlaws moved down to a -2. And Totally Buffed in their debut as a tag team move up to a +3. Massive, massive victory for them. Into the singles rankings then, Lex Luger gains an extra point, moves up to a +2 after 13 matches. Buff Bagwell is going to move up to a +3 after 5 matches. Lance Storm moves down to a +3 after 11 matches. Just Incredible moves down to a -2 after 7 matches. Billy Gunn moves down to a 0 after 11. And the Road Dogg, Jesse James, is going to move down to a... Wow, he's done crap, hasn't he? He moves down to a -5 after 6 matches. It makes me wonder what matches he's been in. Whenever I've been using the Road Dogg as a singles competitor, I need to sort these victories out, don't I? There's so many overly feminine victories, isn't there, really? But there you go. Well then, big victory then for Totally Buffed. And it's a massive win for their singles and tag team rankings. Like I said, with that win now, they move up into the top 50 after just 1 match. They're actually up into 26th. Wow. And there's 3 teams, I mean, this week that have all debuted and got big victories. So that is the Can-Am Express, Totally Buffed, and the Pitbulls have all now got a +3 after 1 match. And it's all up to them now to try and keep that going, I suppose. Right, I'm going to love you, leaving. Good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Don't forget, there's still one more match coming before the pay-per-view. And that one will be up next. It is the Great Sasuke, Kendo Nagasaki, and Atsushi Onita. And, of course, WCW get the victory. So, at the moment now, it's WCW with 6 wins, WWF with 5 wins, and ECW with 4. It's nice and balanced out then, isn't it, really?